Welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll be getting started here in just a minute. We'll be getting started here in about 1-2 minutes. Let a couple more people get in space. We are now live on YouTube as well. Good morning, NFT Podcast crew. This is Derek coming to you on this snowy day where I live anyway. It's been a pretty cold winter, and today we're going to get into some NFTs that I see that have some seriously good volume on Dead Rare for Elrond NFTs. They are apes. Elrond apes are definitely sturdy volume. They have been showing, people have been showing a lot of interest in them, accumulating, staking. They're staking live. We also have Symbiosis coming out with their vehicles in a couple hours. I think they do have an AMA coming up. I was looking for their post, so they might have something coming up. I was trying to find the information for it, but with that, they do have some big things coming out. So if you don't have some keys, you might want to look at that. That is not financial advice, but they do have a lot of volume. So with that, they have some demand. People are looking at them. Also, we do have, Nogons are kind of sliding. They just in the volume that I see. So with that, I see that as maybe an opportunity to look and wait for some serious bargains, because e-gold is dropping in price. And with that, I do see NFTs dropping too. So when we look at the market in a whole, we don't see a lot of volume running through it right now. I do see crypto pits. They do have some volume, just a little bit. They have risen in floor price. People are interested in them and their project. They do have some good value with them, and for the community of animals that we do have. So they are contributing to the regular world as well. And that is one thing I do look for in projects when I do invest. So with that, we do have a lot more going on in the rest of the month. We do have a few Nojin mints happening. So different partners with Nogin. So look and find those out. We do not want to give too much financial inquiries on this channel yet with those projects, because we are unfamiliar with them. We are still looking into them. They are still coming out. So look into everything that is coming out on Elrond, and maybe it could benefit you with some of the mints that are coming up. That is one thing that I'm looking at, and trying to accumulate some e-gold to be able to participate in some mints, because that is most of the time where your money will come from if you are trying to invest in flip. At the same time, we also have Nogons being the key to a lot of these projects that are coming out. So we have the Wolves. So they the Wolves that they partnered with, it was kind of unexpected for a lot of people. A lot of people like that, the High Street Wolves Society. That project is pretty cool, and it looks like they are doing something with their NFTs. They're upgrading them, so that's another cool thing that I see that's happening in the space. But in the whole, this space is kind of dying in volume at the moment. So with that, we got to be careful and not stay illiquid for too long. I know that's where I see a lot of people in this space right now. I know a lot of people wonder what can happen in this space, because they mint and then they dump, and then they get fearful of what's happening, and that's just not something that you want to be eating those losses when minting, because a lot of people, they mint and then they get scared. They want to take their losses and run. But when I go to invest, it has to be on a 2 to 3 year investment cycle almost. That's what I've been looking at, especially with these NFTs. We do not know what's going to happen with a lot of them. We do not know the maturity they will reach. So with that, we don't have a lot. We have a few other things being built right now in the background. Realm of sorry, I can't say it right. Catharsis. if you guys know what I'm talking about, the realm of I'm trying to pronounce it right. Let me just Caritha, I think is someone might have to tell me how it's said, because it sounds like a made up kind of realm, which is cool. It's original. So if you guys want to look into that project, it is a community run project. People that were in the community first before NFTs kind of came out. So that's kind of interesting to see too. When I see those kind of projects come out, I do have 2 of their buildings. I have not looked into it a lot. I kind of FOMO'd because other people were talking about it. So that's one thing that when there's a lot of hype around something to begin with, I kind of want to be included, especially if it has like land. So that's one thing in the NFT space. Sometimes you get those early hypes. I have been known to throw a little money into some things that I don't know exactly what I'm, what's going to come of it, which when it's a community run project, I have more faith in them, especially some of the people that are running it, and the builders that are starting to be added to it are really cool, because I have some of their NFTs too. So I would like to say that project, Caritha, Realm of Caritha, is pretty cool looking. Their buildings are really cool, and some of their top NFTs look really, really awesome, and their little groups of people that are the groups that you can be in are pretty cool. So they're just getting started. If you want to check them out, Realm of Caritha, they are just starting out, and it is small, so it will be something that you will probably hold for a while. They are building, so everything takes time. And with NFTs, you will end up being a bag holder for some for a while, and it can cause you to be illiquid. So just beware of that, especially if you need that money in the time being. So NFTs are kind of a place where you can kind of store your e-gold if you see a demand in the future, and that's the only thing that I look for when trying to get into NFTs. I've made my mistakes. Everyone will make their mistakes, but in the end, we all don't know what's going to happen. So kind of spreading yourself out too thin can be a problem if you're in non or illiquid NFTs. So that's why whenever I talk on this podcast, I'll probably just start bringing the most liquid NFTs up that I see on the market, because that is where we kind of want to be. And the NFT market seems to be slowing down with the price of e-gold. Like I was just saying, if you are joining this space, it has kind of slowed down in the last couple days, and in the last week or so, everything's kind of started being dumped onto the market. So if you are liquid, be looking for those good investment opportunities, because people are. I saw a robot ape dumped for 6 point something e-gold, and I was like, wow, I probably would have bought that if I would have been liquid enough to invest. I am invested in Elron apes. I have 2 of them. I do believe in their project because it is so liquid. People are invested. It is now they have the staking. They were one of the first. There are people running to get that staking mechanism in for their NFTs. That is a big thing that is going to come in. I know Lunicorns, they're coming in with their staking, and that will be in a few months. So that will be really cool to get that NGMI token. Everyone's running towards staking their NFTs and having those rewards for their users. People are seeing the value in some of these NFTs. And like I said, you can have a lot of NFTs, but if you have illiquid NFTs, it might not be good unless they serve another purpose, which, like, for instance, I own Elron Ducks. They are pretty liquid if you need to get rid of them. Sometimes they will sit on the market for a while, but at the same time, you can make quite a bit of lock max each week just holding them in your wallet. So those are things these bigger investors that come in after us might be looking for, is to earn that lock max, or but there will be a surplus of those, so they will end up choosing maybe one that is in the dust and can pay out. So those are things that I will be looking for in the future. Even for those projects we might not really be we might not like, but they might be picking up in volume, and people might just be using them for different tools, because who knows where this could go if we do go into a bear market here for e-gold. People will be messing around and trying different things and creating different things for the space. So we will see a lot more come out in the space, and by then we might all be illiquid, but at the same time, be ready for those projects that will be in high demand, that will serve their purposes. And I guess we did have some people that did want to talk on spaces, and we will. I can do that. And we are 15 minutes into this podcast right now. it is recorded on YouTube and on Spaces here, and it will be on Spotify also. So you guys can listen to, if you didn't catch the whole podcast here and you wanted to hear some of the other information I did bring up. I brought up some about volume of Elrond apes and Symbiosis, and they're having their release of their vehicles here in the next few hours. So that's something I'm watching, seeing the demand for those keys pick up pretty highly. They hit over 2,000 e-gold in volume, which is pretty cool to see for just a project that doesn't have any. Well, they are partnered with drifters now, but they didn't start with many partnerships. They just got the people liked what they were making, and so those are just different projects that aren't connected to much of anything else yet. That so like Symbiosis, Realm of Caritha, that those are newer projects that have some volume. Realm of Caritha doesn't have a lot of volume yet. They are newer, but Symbiosis is definitely picking up in volume a lot, and I see that as maybe being the time to sell is right now. So they are releasing their vehicles. I don't know if it will keep picking up. They do only have 3,000, so it's not a lot of supply, but there might be a lot of demand. So it's just one thing to watch in this market. People are becoming illiquid, like I have been seeing. I myself am not the most liquid right now because of the market and everything that's come our way. We have seen a lot, and I have invested a lot for this podcast, and I will be doing a giveaway here really soon. So if you guys want to keep tuning in, I have a really awesome giveaway that will be coming soon. We are live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we are changing our time to 4 p.m. UTC. And that is one thing I will be letting everyone know on Twitter, but I wanted to announce that on the podcast. I feel like a few more people will be able to come in from Asia and be able to participate in the podcast. It is really late, like 2 a.m, 3 a.m over there. So I would like to go a little earlier and get some people that might be sleeping at this time of the day, because it is a kind of a weird time to have people on a podcast. It is in the middle of the day for the United States also, so around lunchtime, and might not be the best time anyway. So I just wanted to start at this time and then feel my way out and get a new time for this podcast, and we'll see what people think of that. I think that we will have more people in the podcast. I do try to my hardest to get the information for you guys, and we do have Benjamin from Romania. It's not the big Benjamin, little Benjamin. He's a big guy though. He does a lot of stuff for this podcast. He does a lot of charting, and in our Discord he does give some good information, and we do try to consolidate a lot of the giveaways for you guys. If you guys like giveaways, we try to consolidate some of the better ones I see in there. So if you guys want to check that out, we are trying to expand with other things and give more information, but most of the information comes right from this podcast. And we will be ending this podcast, but if you guys want to stay on the spaces and you guys want to chat and really talk, get your feedback about maybe this podcast and what is actually going on today. So you guys can stay and we can get some more speakers on here. I see we have quite a few people in spaces that we can get speaking, but we'll end this podcast and anyone that wants to listen can check us out. And we are out.